shit, can't walk a mile in my shoes. Niggas in the business, I'm not finished. Tryna buy my way, they got no spinach. Know about my business, sky's the limit. Ain't talking bread, nigga, we not. Minds of mayhem. Minds of mayhem. Minds of mayhem.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the latest edition of Minds of Mayhem. I am one half of your host, King Rome. This is my other co-host right here, Nova Nova McGinnis,
Yep.
the long lost brother of Nigel McGinnis.
Yep.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We see we're a man down. Temoni is off tonight. He'll be back next week for sure. How your week been so far, bro? Because it is what it is during the week. But how your week been so far?
It's been busy, but we suffered some great losses today, and yeah, I mean,
Well, the week we can't say you because y'all. Yeah, Thursday was the first start. Then today, yeah.
um,
If you if you know what we're talking about, both our teams lost this week. His Rams lost Thursday. My Eagles lost today. Yeah. On top of that, the Phillies lost too on Saturday, so it was a bad weekend overall for Philadelphia people.
yeah, it was just horrible, but
It was just a
other
bad
than
day
that,
it was a bad day for the Miles Man family in sports. I just say that.
yeah.
But all in all, we're here to give you some wrestling stuff, to give our opinions, give our takes. Also, there's a lot of stuff we're gonna get through tonight. We got to talk about Randy and Cody. Their feud possibly growing a little bit. Of course, this Tuesday we know we have NXT versus TNA Showdown. They changed the
Mm-hmm.
name from Invasion to Showdown because I think it was some type of kind of rift between some fans saying it shouldn't be Invasion due to the fact all the terrorism and everything, all that stuff. Which is like
Yes, so
okay,
sensitive.
understandable, but it's like nobody was really thinking that at first. But
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Also, we're gonna give our Crown Jewel predictions. The Crown Jewel is this Saturday at 8 p.m. So if I'm not 8 p.m., 8 a.m. I mean, my bad.
Phew, man.
And also, we're gonna give the Kings list, our top 5 interest themes. Not interests, interest themes of a wrestler, depending on who it is.
Yep.
And we have our top 5, each of us. So we're gonna give each of our top 5s. But all in all, you know how this show gets started as always. And you know how to get started with the rundown. All right, so as I said, the rundown is about to get started. So first topic at the helm is Randy versus Cody feud growing. As I said this past Friday, the seeds were they were starting to bloom out more because of this thing between Randy and Cody. It actually started at Night of Champions for King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that it was slowly like building up. Randy has been looking at that title a lot of times lately. He be grabbing the title a lot too. For me, this feud's gonna kick off soon, probably next year. It'll probably start. It'll probably kick off probably during Crown Jewel possibly, but it's like I
Mm-hmm.
can see this feud going into next year possibly, depending on how they book it.
Yep.
Because right now, Randy, he has no like direction right now. Direction for him right now, to be honest with you, is to make him heel. That's where he's great at. That's where he's best at. But at the same time, will they pull the trigger right away? Yet to be seen. All I know is that this past Friday, as Paul Heyman was on the top of the ring, he was telling them like, "Look, you can blame him. He will blame you. This and that." And you can see it Randy's face. He kept looking at that title. Randy wants to be champion again. We know this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of how they're going to do it and how they're going to book it. Because, like I said, they're heading for Randy right now. There's nothing's going on for him. He's basically like Cody Rhodes is like, shield a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Cody dealing with the whole Seth Rollins stuff situation. That's starting to pick up a little bit. The Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes match. I
Yep.
like how they're really building it up because it looks promising. Like it'll be a great match, of course, but I like how they're building it up finally. Because like before, we didn't really care about it, but as watching the build up and the video package and all that stuff, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
all in all, I can't wait to see where this Randy and Cody story goes because you can't wait too long. Because if you wait too long, the story's gonna be like, like you have to pull the trigger sooner or later.
Right then
I
and
don't
there.
know how you feel about this brewing feud between Cody and Randy. Basically, the teacher versus the student.
I mean, if we think about it, like Randy is one of those guys that um you want to see him be champ. You want to see him be like the Viper. You want to see him be that the same guy that we've known and loved since like 2008, 9ish.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, we have to keep in mind that, times have evolved. And I want to see something different. I mean, I understand turning Randy Hill, but I definitely want to see a different direction as far as Cody turning Hill possibly.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because like Cody Rhodes has expressed how Randy has like been a mentor to him, has been that go-to guy ever since back in the legacy days.
Yeah.
And you see that, that the cliche of the babyface saying this, and then Randy turning heel does, bloom, like making the story like more flourishable. But if we get out of that whole cliche of instead of turning Randy Hill, turn Cody Hill, I think I think it could go in an even greater direction. And I think the story could be more solidified if it was just a big FU to Randy.
Hmm. That actually could work. Only here's the issue. How I say this, because one, Cody turning heel would be a massive like shift in the whole universe of
Mm-hmm.
wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It will make headlines, of course. It will make everybody look at it like, whoa, they actually did this.
Yep.
But in other words, to be honest with you, this would be like this is my mulligan for basically making John Cena's heel run look terrible. Why not try to turn the biggest babyface in the company heel?
Yeah, the opportunity is right there, right to so.
That is true. But only thing is though, is like with Cody being like the ultimate babyface, it'll be the most like shocking heel turn. But at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, will it happen? I doubt it. Here's why.
Yeah.
Like I said, because Cody is still that baby face that does the whole like goes to do the visits or the shows. Like he was just on Pat McAfee this past was it
It was that Tuesday?
Thursday I
Was
believe
it? Thursday.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
He was there Thursday afternoon on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, he's still doing like events. He's still doing like pop ups a little bit here and there. He's basically
Mm-hmm.
doing what the good guy's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Now him turning heel, it'll be a cool sight to see.
Mm-hmm.
But will it happen? I highly doubt it. But with this Cody and Randy feud, like I said, for me, I think Randy needs to turn heel because one, Randy is really. I think the reason why Randy will turn heel because think about it, he has been so close to getting gold. He's had gold in almost I don't know how long. It's been like what a year, almost damn 2 years. He didn't have a championship.
I think more than that.
Even more than that, I believe, because he was out. Well, he had a tag team championship with Riddle in 2022. Then he had the back situation. He came back the following time.
Yeah, he hasn't
He,
been champ since actually
2022.
2021.
No, 2022.
Was it 22?
Yeah, it was 22 because at the time he was still champion with Riddle.
No, I'm
It,
saying as far as like,
singles?
yeah,
Oh, singles wise?
it
Did
was
he have one?
21.
Yeah, 2021 because he was WWE
Yeah.
champion.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, hold up. Maybe we can say maybe 2020 possibly.
I was gonna say I was thinking 2020, but I had to
Because I
remember
remember, I think about 2020, he did lose that belt to McIntyre.
he did, and then
So
he got
because
it back from Drew.
no, he didn't. He didn't get Jeff at all.
No, you're right. Bobby
Because
Lashley beat Drew.
Lashley beat McIntyre, and Lashley won the hell of a run in 2021.
Right.
Then he lost the belt
Right.
to, I believe, Big E, and that's when the
Mm-hmm.
whole rift turned up. And then, yeah, Lesnar as champion. Then Roman took both belts. So
Mm-hmm.
it was like up and down booking.
That's what it
But
was.
yeah,
Yep.
Randy hasn't been champion since 2020. Single champion,
Yeah.
been tag champion, but singles champion since 2020. It's been a long time. Had a shot to be champion against Cena the beginning of this year. Lost, of course. So
Mm-hmm.
all it comes down to will they do it with Randy? If they're going to turn him heel, or are they going to have, or like you said, or you suggested, make Cody heel. Either way could work. It's just
Mm-hmm.
that the Cody one I don't see happening.
Yeah, and I think to that point, Cody at this point is heavily marketable.
Too marketable
And
between him and Jay.
yeah. And even with that, between him, I would say between him, Jay, and even Roman,
Yeah, Roman,
they're
of course,
like
yeah.
they're like heavily marketable in their respective roles. And I
Mm-hmm.
think for Cody, for him to turn heel,
Had to be
similar
a lot.
to similar to John Cena's heel turn, there's a financial factor that plays into account because with Cena, we talking about merchandise, we talking about appearances,
Mm-hmm.
make a wishes, all of that other stuff was kept into question as far as him turning heel. And I think the same thing might be for Cody. The only flip side is I think Cody, as far as this heel run, depending on how he does it, could be even more marketable depending on what he changes.
Yeah.
And I highly doubt it's going to be his trademark logo. Maybe, just maybe, we would get dark hair Cody again. Who knows?
I mean, yeah, we the last time he had dark hair Cody, he had did a whole thing with R.I.P. Brody Lee. It was at AEW when he came back from like basically being destroyed by Brody Lee for the TNT Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like either way it could go. It's just that it has to be booked right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when you try to turn the top babyface heel, the example should be from learn your mistakes from when you turn Cena heel.
Mm-hmm.
Because the potential was there with Cena, it just fell flat at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
The match quality, he had good matches here and there, but like the run as a heel was like bad. Even Cena himself was tell you, look, I had to turn back face because it was bad. Like him turning face before SummerSlam was perfect for him because it gave you that nostalgia feel. Him coming out with the colors and everything, him
Mm-hmm.
being happy-go-lucky self, it made the most sense.
Yep.
All in all, like we said, either way you go with the Randy situation with Cody and everything, whatever they do, hopefully, like I said, learn from your mistakes depending on who you make heel.
Mm-hmm.
Randy, you can go heel all day because Randy's like quality is heel all day, no matter what.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, remember we had Skinhead Randy, we had Corbett Randy, we had Evolution Randy, we had a lot of stuff as heel. Legend
And
Killer Randy,
yep, all of them were pretty good.
yes.
Come along with us to install
Oh,
a
shut up.
Because remember, as you know, with Randy, like I said, Randy's been great as a heel. Randy's been
Mm-hmm.
great as a face. He can go either way. He's like, turnstile. Well, actually, no, that's Big Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all in all, like I said, that's how we feel about that, and we can move on from this topic right here. All right, next on the docket is TNA versus NXT at Showdown. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they changed the NXT programming from Invasion to Showdown. Reason why, because this, I guess the word invasion is still like haunts people because everything going on from back in the day with 9/11. Then you have terrorist attacks and all that stuff. So I get it.
Yeah,
I just
everybody's
didn't.
politically correct.
Yeah, politically correct. Yes, thank you. But all in all, we had this NXT event coming up this Tuesday, 8 p.m. on the CW. We have basically like Survivor Series type match where we
Mm-hmm.
have the men's teams versus in having their 4-on-4, then the women's as well having their 4-on-4.
Mm-hmm.
On the men's, we have NXT champion Ricky Saints, the TNA World Champion in Trick Williams,
Mm-hmm.
um, Miles Bourne, and Javon Evans. They're taking on a team of Mike Santana, Frankie Kazarian, Moose,
Mm-hmm.
and Leon Slater. That should be a good match between them four, between them eight.
Mm-hmm.
And on the women's team, we have JC Jane, Sol Ruka, Miss Jada Parker,
Yeah.
and Lola Vice versus, which is a big shock to us, Kalani Jordan, who's the NXT Knockouts Women's Champion.
Yeet.
She's an NXT talent, but she had the title over there.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Inspiration, aka the what was their name?
Iconics.
The Iconics, yes, the Iconics, and also they have um, Mars Sade, aka Jakara Evans. If I said her name wrong, I apologize, but we know it's Jakara Evans.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's on. That's an 8-on-8, and with that match, they have a special guest referee, and that's Jordan Grace. Because Jordan Grace is
God
basically on
bless.
the toe line because she was TNA first. Now
Mm-hmm.
she's NXT, so she's in the middle. So we have those matches, and they haven't announced any. Well, actually, yeah, Mustafa Ali
Oh yeah.
versus
Oh
Ethan
yeah.
Page for the North American Championship.
Get that redemption.
Yep. And then of course we had another big one. Dark State putting their NXT championships against the Hardys with their TNA tag team championships. Winner takes all. So it's a big fight field coming up for
Mm,
NXT versus TNA.
mm,
And like I said, it should be great. I'm tuned in.
mm.
All in all, who you think wins the night? Will it be TNA or NXT? That's the question.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would not be surprised if TNA walks out with the dub. And the
Okay.
reason being is because like NXT, good promotion, you know what I'm saying? Good company, I guess you could say. However, they have been land-based in TNA with their talent winning their titles.
Yeah.
And it's only right in this particular situation where you give TNA the dub to have that mutual, I don't want to say mutual respect, but that mutual denominator of we just put on a hell of a show and made history. Where two companies definitely put their best on the front line. They put on a hell of a show and send fans home happy and talk about it for years to come.
Okay.
My only issue with this particular um, spectacle, if you want to call it that, is on the men's side. I feel like, and I know for a fact that this might make sense. At the same time, it might not make sense. But I get the fact that Trick Williams is NXT. But it would be so much better if he was actually on the TNA side because he's their champion.
That's
And the
true.
reason why and the reason why is because like if you were talking about NXT versus TNA, two of their top champions, even though, like I said, Trick is technically NXT superstar. If you representing both sides of the spectrum, you gotta be the TNA champion for a reason, and to represent TNA. It's only right.
I
But
get you. I
I
got you. I got you.
but
Go
I
ahead.
get it. I get it because of the logical standards of him being an NXT superstar. He will be on the NXT side. But with that being said, I feel like it's going to be a banger. I feel like it's going to be um a lot of dream matches all in one show. I mean, we already getting Javon Evans versus
Leon
Lee
at Bound for Glory. Oh my,
at Bound for that's
that's
going
going
to
to
be
kill.
crazy. That's going to be
That's
crazy.
match of year candidate for real. Cause
Absolutely.
mind you, both of them are heavenly young. Both of them are like I think in the same age. I think Leon is 20 and Javon just turned 21. Which is
If
kind of
this
sad because we're in our 30s, bro. Which
it
is
is
kind
what
of
it is. I listen, I served my
oh my
sentence. I don't care.
god.
But with that alone, that should tell people that both TNA and NXT are thriving, are and I mean thriving business wise when you have the younger talent represent two of the biggest companies in wrestling.
I agree 100% with that. Yeah.
And but yeah, like I said, it's gonna be an awesome show. And I like I said, I would not be surprised if TNA walks out with the dub, but at the same time, I don't want to see I don't want to see the same old oh yeah, because WWE is partnered with TNA, WWE's got to win. No. If we're going to do business right. TNA has to come out with the upper hand on this one. It's only right.
Okay, so this is how I see it, and you can probably go with me with this on this because so far there's only been what I think 4 matches been announced for the show overall. If
Mm-hmm.
more be announced, we'll post it on the Discord. So as of right now, there's only 4 matches that we know of. We have the 2 Survivor Series type matches. We have the North
Mm-hmm.
American Championship, and we also have the tag team unification, basically,
Mm-hmm.
or winner takes all
Yeah.
title match. I can see them basically doing a whole. Now, if it was a 5th match, I can see them doing a scoring type deal
Mm-hmm.
where each brand gets a point for every match they have.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how I would do it for the tag team take winners takes all match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it to the Hardys because the Hardys never won NXT championships. It makes the most sense, and it's like it's the Hardys. Now, Dark State, they get a big win over the Hardys. That's a big deal. But at the same time, we can't afford for TNA to have more titles lost to NXT talent. We can't have it.
But to your point though, remember the Hardys are going into
Bound for
facing
Glory.
the Dudleys at Bound for Glory. So I'm assuming the tag team titles are not on the line.
Well, against the
Um,
Dudley,
yeah,
I don't think if they are, they didn't announce it. I mean, I gotta look at the card for that Bound for Glory because they didn't say.
yeah, but
Well,
yeah, that's my only thing is if the Hardys win, cool. But I don't see them being double champ. Nor do I see Dark State being double champ. But if I had to pick,
this match is winner takes all.
yeah, that's what I'm
So,
saying. If I really had to pick the lesser of two evils, I would go with the Hardys. Even though they're going to, I think they're going to retire at the end of this year.
well, I hear they want to do a whole nother run in WWE.
Eh, I can see them doing that. Um, good lord, I can see them doing that. Um, but yeah, I say the Hardys might come out with the dub. Um, and that will even further solidify them as one of the greatest tag teams to ever do it because they'll have TNA, NXT. They were WCW tag champs at one point and the WWE tag team champs.
Some of the Hardys.
Yeah.
The only titles they never won was the ECWs.
Yeah, those are, yeah.
Those are the
So
only ones they did never won.
yeah, I mean if like I said, if
Yeah,
the
it
Hardys win,
is. It
cool.
is for the
If
tag team
not,
championships. The Hardys and Dudleys is for the tag championships. Yep.
they are for the tag. Okay. So then yeah, it would make sense for the Hardys to win.
Like the Hardys being double champs on the Bound for Glory, it does make sense.
It makes sense, and if they're on the line against the Dudleys, then how would
Well,
that?
like I said, it's a lot.
I don't
Like I
know.
said, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It
Because,
is a lot.
like I
It's a
said,
big
if the
cluster.
Hardys win, you had them in NXT champions. It's a big bonus because they can do TNA.
Hmm.
Also, they can do NXT sometimes, and they win the
Yeah,
titles.
yeah.
And remember, also they're not only the TNA champions, they're the fourth rope tag team champions. Westside Gun's
Yeah,
promotion. Yeah,
yeah.
so they're champions there. So and also, so like I said, I can see the parties winning that one. The North American Championship between Ethan Page and Mustafa Ali. I would love to see Mustafa win it, but Ethan is killing it as North American champion right now. Like legit, he's killing it.
Yeah, proud Canadian.
Yeah, the whole Canadian thing. He's basically doing what Lance Storm did in WCW. Remember when Lance Storm won? I think the United States Championship. Then he
Hmm.
won the Hardcore Championship, the Cruiserweight Championship, and put all Canadian flags on it.
Yep.
So, like I said, I can see Ethan Page keeping that belt. If you notice, since Ethan Page left AEW, he has been killing it on NXT.
Absolutely.
Sooner or later, he's going to be called up to the main roster to be the one of the top heels at least.
Yeah,
He'll,
I can honestly say he's the one. He's the one AEW star that has been the most impressive so far.
so
I
far, yeah.
mean, Grant, Jade Cargill, and
You got
Ricky
Ricky.
Saints. Grant that they're both killing it as well, but I think with the most effort put into his character is Ethan Page. So
Yeah. Ricky, like I said, he just won the NXT championship, so
hmm.
his like run in NXT is just getting started. So it's like he got time.
Oh yeah, hella time.
Jay Cargill, like I said, with her, she needs that US championship from Julia to at least get some gold around her waist, at least. Because
Hmm.
the WWE championship for women, I'm like, look, she had a couple of shots. She got screwed out of one because of Nia Jax. Then
Hmm.
recently she just got screwed recently because of the cut. So it's like, what can you do?
Yeah, yeah,
And that was a nasty gash.
yeah.
Yeah, but then we have the women's match between the TNA and NXT. I see the NXT women winning that match.
Hmm.
The only reason why I say that because I don't know. It's something I feel something's going to happen. Whereas like Jordan's going to be the deciding factor of who wins that match because she's a referee.
Hmm.
So it's like something's going to happen, and I don't know why. I see Team NXT taking that one for the women. Now for the men's side, I have Team TNA taking that one because Trick going to probably screw them over somehow. And Trick is going to be like, "Look, I should be captain, not you, Ricky."
Tis is true. Tis is true.
Because Ricky Six is the captain. He's not in, Trick. He's hell bent on thinking he's the main star. He's the guy that should be everything. But it's like, bro, you're not the NXT champion. You're the
Hmm.
TNA champion. Like you said
Hmm.
earlier, for real, he should be captain on Team TNA. But the way he's been acting with TNA, and then Santino's like, no, you're not being my captain. No, I don't like you.
Hmm.
But the funny thing is for him to have Kalani, who's an NXT talent, as your captain for women because of the world championship, which makes sense.
Hmm.
You pick her, But you say F Trick because Trick has been an asshole towards Santino and the whole company. I can understand it. Plus, when you put a title upside down on you, it's respect. I ain't gonna hold
Yeah,
you.
it's disrespectful. Yeah.
Yes. So it's like, it is what it is. All in all, like I said, it should be a good night for NXT and TNA, especially TNA because one, TNA hasn't had this much buzz because they were supposed to get buzz from AEW one point. That didn't go through well. So luckily TNA and they did a whole combination together,
Hmm.
and they been having good shows, good matches. Of course, we got Joe Hendry in the mix a little bit. He's soon to be moving on to WWE sooner or later.
Hmm.
So it's like, yeah. But all in all, people will tune in for Tuesday night to see what's going to go down because I believe it's going to be a good show.
Yep.
Like I said, all the talent on that show is great. So it's like it's going to be a great show. Speaking
Yep.
of other shows we got coming up, we also have this. We have our predictions right now. Crown Jewel predictions.
Dun 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 dun.
So Crown Jewel will be streaming live on the ESPN app, or you have a VPN, the Netflix. It'll be streaming on there at 8 in the morning on a Saturday. So if you're a
Absurd.
Saturday morning's cartoon watcher, this is the perfect time to wake up and watch some wrestling. So we have on so far we only have a few matches that's been announced for Crown Jewel.
Hmm.
We have the women's Crown Jewel match, which is Stephanie Valkyrie, who is the world champion for the women, and then we have the women's WWE champion Tiffany Stratton. They'll be going for the Crown Jewel Championship and the ring.
And the ring.
Also, we have the match that we all wanted for the last time: AJ Styles versus John Cena, which is like will be a banger of a match between these two.
Hmm.
Then of course we have Cody versus Seth 4. Only this time it's for the Crown Jewel belt in the ring.
Hmm.
As it stands right now, those are the matches that's on the card. I can check online to see if any more matches have been announced. Just give me a second.
Yeah, because I'm doing the same exact thing. I don't think any more matches have been advertised. Yeah, I think it's just those four so far.
Oh yeah, we have the tag team match: the Kabuki Warriors versus Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. That's 5. That's 4.
Hmm.
Yeah, as it stands right now, we have 4 matches on the card.
Yep.
Will there be matches? Will there be more matches added? Well, actually, we got Roman coming tomorrow, so this is what I'm gonna say for Roman. I can see it being Roman versus the big dog. Well, not the big dog, but the dog and Braun Breaker.
It's only fair.
I can see that being a match because he already beat Bronson Reed.
It's
Fight
only
Braun Breaker
fair.
now. Yeah,
Yep.
I can see that match happening possibly. So that's 5.
Yeah,
So
and we could have had Damien versus Alistair.
that's gonna be on SmackDown. That's gonna be on SmackDown. Also, you got the Profits versus the YS6 versus for the tag titles as well. And with that brewing up, I can see it's gonna probably be something going on with that too. Because if you watch this past Friday, the YS6 did a video behind the Profits saying, what will happen if y'all lose this match? Will the
Hmm.
trust be gone? Will y'all break up? Whatever.
Hmm.
Well, so let's get some predictions. First match on the docket, like I said, is the tag team match with the Kabuki Warriors versus Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Mind you, this match is in Perth, Australia. And with that said, I'm gonna pick first. I'm gonna take this match. I'm gonna give it to Io and Rhea. But here's the thing: I see Asuka like it letting Kyrie take the pin and
Mm-hmm.
saving her own ass. Basically, I can see that happening.
Yep.
What's your call?
Same thing. I say Rhea and Io take it. Of course, Australia. That's Ripley country.
Ozzy, Ozzy,
Um,
Ozzy.
oi, oi, oi. Um, at the same time, though, I would not be surprised if Asuka and Kyrie Sane took the dub to get that upper hand because if we're looking at the if we're looking at the purpose behind this matchup other than Asuka and Kyrie turning on Io
Mm-hmm.
because of her friendship with Rhea, I feel
Yep.
like this is a revision of the women's tag team division because we need champions.
You need more competitors, basically.
Well, competitors, but like I can't even think. Oh yeah, Charlotte and Alexa. I had to remember who was champions. Like this is the perfect opportunity to have that breath of fresh air in the women's tag team division. With these two teams facing each other is definitely going to be promising. But like we said, Rhea and Io probably going to take the dub on this one.
Mm-hmm. Now you was talking about the women's tag division. I mean, with them adding Sol Ruka and Zarya on Smack, well, they didn't add them, but they was on SmackDown this past Friday.
Hmm.
Basically, basically, if you noticing, they're putting a lot of NXT talent on SmackDown somewhere because they just had Zarya and Sol Ruka, and had Javon Evans back there again.
Hmm.
So they're like integrating some talent from NXT to come up to the main roster, which makes the most sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But also, yeah, we're both in agreement that Rhea Country, Rhea Ripley, and Io gonna take the win.
Hmm.
All right, next match is like I said, this is probably it'll probably be announced tomorrow. Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker. Basically, WWE's present versus WWE's future.
Hmm.
Spear versus Spear.
Hmm.
The big dog versus the hungry dog.
Hmm.
The OTC versus the badass. I can go
Hmm.
on and on. This match, Roman has to take the W. Now, matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna give it to Bronson. I'm gonna give it to Braun.
Okay.
Here's why. This is why I say it. Reason why I say I give it to Braun because one, he needs a big moment right now. He needs something. Cause since being with Seth, he's been in moments and everything. He's shown that he's a badass. He's shown like he's giving that Randy Orton type vibe. Cause remember when
Hmm.
Evolution, how Randy was like cocky, he didn't care. He just said whatever he wanted. He didn't really give a fuck.
Yep.
So it's like I can see him beating Roman. Given also this will give the ultimate push for Braun next year.
Hmm.
He can say I'm one of the what I would say one of the top. I would say I'm the only people like in the past 2 years to beat Roman Reigns because remember Cody beat Roman.
Hmm.
Roman since Roman's singles matches he hasn't like in single matches. I'm saying
Right.
like I said, matter of fact, we'll play triple threat. He can say I'm the only person to ever pin Roman in the past. I'm one of the four because remember Solo pin Roman, Cody pin Roman,
Hmm.
Seth pin Roman. Now if Braun pins him, that's strategy for Braun. Like I said, this is the match I think is going to be announced tomorrow. Will it be announced? We don't know. We'll see. But like I said, I can see Braun beating Roman. How do you
Hmm.
feel about this match?
Um, this is definitely one of those things where it could push Braun Breaker in an even further position as far as like being that singles competitor, that soon to be main eventer. Um, I feel like with Braun Breaker's case, a loss to Roman is not going to hurt him. At the same time, this could even solidify him more as the next big thing, no pun intended. And even like I say, even if he loses to Roman, he still wins because he's the next in line to be the next big star. And to your point, if he beats Roman, he could be amongst the people that are in the conversation of being that main eventer, of being that person that can hang with guys like Roman, Cody, Cena, Drew, all of those top guys. Hell, throw him a bone, CM Punk.
Yeah,
He could be in those. He could be in the conversation of a true main eventer, depending on who gets the win, who takes the loss. Either way, if Roman loses, he's still solidified. If Braun Breaker loses, he's still solidified. This match can go either way. So I don't even know who to pick. As much as I want to pick Roman, I gotta keep Braun Breaker in mind. And it's the same thing vice versa. If I pick Braun, you gotta keep Roman in mind. This is like the best even matchup this year. Hands down.
I get what you're
I
saying, but you got to
I don't
pick
I don't
though.
need, like, I really don't know who to pick. I'm gonna say Roman,
Okay,
but I would not be surprised if Braun Breaker picks up the win.
that's understandable. I get you. I get what you're saying. That's understandable. I got you. All right, so next match on the card, we got um. So we did Rhea and tag team. We did Roman and them. Okay, so now we got one more. Hold on a second. Sorry. We have John Cena versus AJ Styles. Now in this match, with the fans being involved with this decision, with them winning this match, this is basically a match that has no story, but it's like we want to see it because this will be the last time we'll ever see it.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me break this down to you with this match between these two. Granted, we know the history between Cena and AJ Styles from 2016. They had
Mm-hmm.
great feud from Money in the Bank to SummerSlam, all the way to the Royal Rumble. They had a great feud.
Yep.
But let's just take this back a little bit even further. When AJ Styles was the guy in TNA,
Mm-hmm.
he was the standard barrier over in TNA. He was the guy. He was the face. And
Yep.
at that time, who's the face of WWE? Cena.
Yep.
It was always on magazines and everything. Who will win the match between John Cena and AJ Styles? And at that time, when I was watching wrestling, I said Cena can't hold AJ Styles. He can't hold his boots because AJ Styles earlier in the TNA days when they had the six-sided ring,
Mm-hmm.
and then the matches with him and Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, freaking
Kurt
Jeff
Angle.
Hardy, all those matches he had in TNA. Mind
Yep.
he was already an X Division champion like what 3 times over there. He was an NWA World Champion over there a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
TNA champion, everything. He was everything over there.
Yep.
And then 2016 he comes over to WWE. Him and Cena finally had a feud.
Mm-hmm.
So this match alone could be so big. This match could be so big for these two. Mind you, this is the last match for both. This is the last match they'll ever see these two. Because now it's being reported that AJ could possibly be retiring next year as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like fans with this match, I'm like Nova. It's hard to pick with this match. Because Nova's like he was with the last one we just predicted. This match is hard to pick because both these guys are legends.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, is even though I'm gonna pick Cena for this one, Cena needs a dub because Cena has been on a losing streak since losing to Cody. Well, actually, no, he beat Logan.
Mm-hmm.
He beat Logan Paul, so it makes sense for him to possibly go against and get a W Because after getting his answer about Brock Lesnar, he needs a W.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with Cena on this one. Who you gonna go with?
I feel like the safe choice would be Cena, mainly because he lost in crazy fashion to Brock at WrestlePalooza.
That was ass whooping.
Man, listen.
Reminiscent
But
of 2014 SummerSlam.
yeah, and even with that, I feel like with the history between Cena and AJ Styles, it's like one of those it's like one of those conversations you have about remember way back when with The Rock and CM Punk, Edge, Orton. Like he could be he's one of those guys that could be mentioned as far as Cena's greatest rivals.
Yeah,
And you'll never expect that with AJ Styles. Considering AJ Styles has been around the world. Like around the world. Like he's been in New Japan, he's been on the Indies, he's been in WCW, he's been in WWE, TNA. Like, but for Cena, Cena hasn't done the Indies. Cena's only been in the WWE's, I guess you could say, mold.
yeah, he's been in a circuit. Yeah, he never been out.
Yeah,
He never been outside.
yeah, he's not that indie guy. But how far they come and like we talked about with Cody and Randy, the evolution between the two and how far they came between 2016 and now with AJ Styles being a multi-champion. Of course, the unseen 17, John Cena. Like, what could they possibly do to make this match stand out about like above their greatest match at Royal Rumble? Like, how can you top that with these two? Especially in this stage in in both of their careers. Like, how do you do that? Like you seen Cena with Sami Zayn with the U.S. Open Challenge. Cena was busting out moves with his rivals, and then the Styles
Yeah,
Clash as an old to AJ Styles.
they did
What
Spear as well in that match.
exactly? Like what? How can you top their previous matches from damn near a decade ago?
That's true.
But like I said, I'm a
It's
pick.
just the chemistry. It's like if you had that chemistry with that guy, hey, you're bound to have great matches. Like it depends on who you got. Like everybody has chemistry with one wrestler. Like for example, Randy Savage and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat
Mm-hmm.
chemistry top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Ric Flair and Sting,
Yep.
Bret Hart and Mr. Perfect,
Yep.
Hulk. So even though Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper, their chemistry of like the war that never was settled basically between them two because neither one of them pinned each other or submitted to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was held on for years. It never happened at all to either one.
Yep.
Then again, it probably did because it's like they always change shit up. So,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody has that chemistry with that one wrestler. It just depends on who it is.
Yep.
And with Cena and Styles, they have awesome chemistry in that ring. Every match they've been in was always a banger, no matter what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it's for it to be this last time between these two. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be up at 8 in the morning to watch this show. It'll be on replay for sure, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna be tuned in. That's for damn sure. All right, we got these next two matches. We have the Crown Jewels women match. We have Stephanie Valkyria versus Tiffany Stratton. This match, I'm gonna go with Stephanie because the match she just had against Io, it gives her that momentum that could send her to be the top champion going to next year.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany, like I said, Tiffany had a good year this year, but as we was talking about it last episode, this run has been like mid a little bit. Great matches, but just that story wise, you didn't have nothing for her.
Mm-hmm.
The match with her and Jay at SummerSlam fell flat.
Yeah.
So you made up for it with his recent triple threat match. Even though the botch pin, which was like, okay, it happens, still a great match. But overall, you have no direction for Tiffany. So it's like the direction you have for Stephanie can go all above because the match she can have after this crown jewel match would be crazy because you got so much talent on Raw with women. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown's kind of depleted with a lot of women because a lot of them are hurt or they're in other storylines. So for me, I'm gonna go with Stephanie to win this match and win the ring and the championship.
That's a good point. That's a fair point. I'm gonna go with Tiffany
Okay.
based off of two things. One, this win could be her redemption.
Hmm.
This could be her redemption to the doubters that say that she don't deserve to be champion, or like we agreed, like her run was mid. Even though it is, and I feel like with this win, that could even push her to improve. The second standpoint is with this win if Tiffany wins, she could say that within her first year of being on the main roster, she's done the impossible.
Hmm.
She can do what no other former NXT talent has done, and that's win the Crown Jewel Championship. She could be the very first one. Even though the same thing could be said for Stephanie Vacura.
True.
However, if you put this on Tiffany, she would have to step up even further and to really solidify herself as one of the greatest women's champions on SmackDown. You can say the same thing about Stephanie Vacura. Only my thing is with Stephanie, similar to Tiffany, too soon, but it works. So if Stephanie takes the win at Crown Jewel, I'm at peace with it. However, I need Tiffany Stratton to win because she has more to gain out of this, and she could possibly attract more people to step up to challenge her to make her run more watchable and more enjoyable. Because with Stephanie Vacura, she can get that with no problem. It's just that Tiffany, on the other hand, has more to prove. So I'll give it to Tiffany.
Okay. Okay, so I got Stephanie, you got Tiffany. Okay. Now we have the last match. It's the men's. We have Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes 4. This time it's for the Crown Jewel Championship and the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the way everything is being set up and the way everything is being like booked right now, it can go both ways. Now, granted, of course, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, Seth gonna win this match." You never know because one, the deciding fact though, it could be you have, of course, the Bronze get involved,
Mm-hmm.
or I have a little shocker possibly. Randy gets involved, maybe, but I'm gonna go with Seth to win this one. Because one, Seth, he needs to win against Cody because Cody's beat him 3 times in 1 year since being back in WWE. In 2022, when Cody returned, He has beaten Rollins on 3 different occasions. Once at WrestleMania, second time at Backlash, and then
Mm-hmm.
third time at Hell in the Cell.
Mm-hmm.
So all in all, Seth needs this W to show up, just saying like, "Look, I finally beat the guy. Now this is my WWE. I run this." Even though
Mm-hmm.
on TV he can say that, but back behind the scenes, we know who's running WWE still.
Right. Right. Right.
But I'm gonna go with Seth. Who you got?
I'm gonna agree and go with
Okay.
Seth. To an even bigger point.
Okay, elaborate.
On top of him needing to win and him being the guy, if Seth wins, he could rub this in Roman's face.
Well, yeah, he can, but Roman beat Cody too, so it's like kind of like, yeah.
But was it 1-on-1?
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, wasn't it was Bloodline Rules when it happened that year, wasn't it, or was it not?
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
Cody won that one.
yeah. But
So,
remember WrestleMania 39, Roman won that one as well. So
yeah,
it's
you're
like,
right. He did. He did. He did.
yeah,
He
so
did.
that's
He
what I'm
did. He did. He
saying.
did. He did. He did. You're right. Um, Let me retract that statement then.
Okay, so go ahead.
So Seth Rollins definitely needs the win over Cody, considering that he got beat by Cody 3 different occasions.
Yes.
And honestly, from a business standpoint, I don't see Cody winning 2 crown jewels in a row.
Okay.
I refuse to see that because even this goes back to what I was saying about the WWE Championship as opposed to the World Heavyweight Championship. There's more equity being put into the WWE Championship than the World Heavyweight Championship. And whoever that champion is protected.
That's true.
And it's crazy. So for Seth to pull off the W at Crown Jewel skyrockets him to a place that he doesn't need to be because he's already there. And the same thing with Cody. Neither one has anything to prove, but one of them has more to gain, and I feel like that would be Seth Rollins because
Right.
this, as far as him being the vision, this holds a lot of weight. This win at Crown Jewel could hold a lot of weight because he can be solidified as the guy for once.
Yeah.
And this could really boost the value of the World Heavyweight Championship. This can boost the value of Seth Rollins. And this is the beauty of it. If Seth Rollins wins at Crown Jewel, Braun Breaker wins, Bronson Reed wins, Becky Lynch wins, Paul Heyman has more value surrounding him as far as Seth Rollins winning at Crown Jewel. And it's going to really is really going to show that Seth Rollins has been an even bigger and I don't want to really say this and for it to come off the wrong way, but honestly, Seth Rollins proved time in and time out that he's the better star than Cody.
Hmm.
If we go back, if we go back in time with him being the WWE champion when he cashed in, all hits, no misses. The
Basically talking
only
about his first title run when he was with the Authority,
with the
right?
authority and all of that, all hits,
Okay.
no misses. The only thing that screwed him up was his injury.
Yeah, it's true.
Now, fast forward to his World Heavyweight Championship, all hits, no misses. And what screwed him out of that? His injury.
Not it. Well, actually, no, it wasn't. I wouldn't say injury. I think it's like they had to take the belt off of him because it wasn't injury wise. Because I'm sure he would have kept going. Probably had to vacate it, but I get what you're saying. Just continue. Go ahead. I get what you're saying. Continue.
Yeah. So my thing is this with this crown jewel win, this proves that everything that Seth Rollins has touched, whether it be a major championship, tag team championship, mid card championship, whatever, he has hit it out of the park every single time. As opposed to Cody, when he first got the championship, it was high and low because we didn't know where they was going to take him as far as him finally finishing the story. And yeah, we got some good matches out of it, but compared to Seth was the man. Seth is the man. He's the guy.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're saying. This is my thing. I know you say he's a bigger superstar than Cody. Match specific wise, I get what you're saying. But Cody, since being back in WWE, from the saga with Seth, then
Mm-hmm.
get into the bloodline saga with him involved with it,
Mm-hmm.
being a whole year process from him losing the belt, then following up the following year, finally taking the belt off of Roman,
Mm-hmm.
fulfilling the story and everything. It's like that build up with Seth, that build up with Cody made him into a big time superstar to me, bigger than Seth. So it's like for me, Seth needs it as momentum because when you think of WWE first, who you think of? Cody. And for him to, and for Cody to take an L to Seth, that would help Seth out improvely going into next year's Mania season.
Mm-hmm.
So like it makes the most sense. It makes him a more powerful figure.
Mm-hmm.
But both of us agree that Seth could win this ring.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so those are our predictions. And like I said, the match between Roman and Braun, if it does get announced, we'll talk about it for sure.
Yeah, and at least one Chicago fan needs a championship. So Seth is the guy to do it.
All right, so those are all our topics. Now we're gonna get into a topic that we haven't done in a long time, and this is the topic. Yes, sir. The Kings list is back. The Kings list is basically our top five, where we give our top fives, whatever, depending on the topic. And this
Mm-hmm.
week's top five is top five entrance themes. And we were supposed to do this a few weeks back, but one week we took off. Last week we didn't do it because we were talking about something else. So this week I said we was going to do it. And when somebody comes back next week, we'll let him give his top five entrance themes. So you can get started, Nova. I want to have you get started. Give you a top five wrestling themes, and then I'll give mine.
All right, top five entrance themes. My number five is going to be a good one. Put Demon Malenko Iceman at number five.
Hmm. Okay, okay. I like how we starting off.
Cause that I'm not gonna hold you. Jim Johnson, God bless you. To give Dean Malenko this type of entrance theme, I need whatever you was smoking that day, because that was a banger.
Do I want WCW?
No, in WWE.
I gotta look at that. I hear that one. I ain't hear. I think because when WCW was good too.
I the WCW one was it was
It
okay.
fit him, his character, and it fitted
Oh
him.
yeah, definitely. So that's number five. Number four, Billy Kidman.
Which one?
I
Because you got two versions. You got
WWE.
no, 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 no. I'm saying which one? Because you got two
Oh,
versions of songs. Because you got
oh, you can't hide.
you talking about Ass Man basically.
The rap joint he had. You could run if you want to, but you can't hide.
I didn't Billy Gunn.
No, Billy Kidman.
Oh, Kidman. I think you said Gunn. My fault.
Yeah, Billy Kidman. That's number 4. Again, Jim Johnson did your thing. Number 3. I'm gonna put Mr. Perfect at number 3.
Yeah, you got that entrance alone is like legendary.
Dude, oh my gosh, I listen to that religiously. I don't care what anybody say. That's like one of his.
Like when you hear it, you gotta walk out with the towel on your
You
shoulder.
got to. You got
Then
to.
you gotta
It's
hit the
only
gum.
right.
You gotta hit the gum out in the air and stuff. You do all
All
that.
of that, bro. Coming in at number 2, I'm gonna say the NWO theme.
Okay,
NWO theme because
iconic,
definitely
iconic.
nostalgic. WCW all day. Um, and coming in at number 1, of course, it's a no brainer. The Rock Hollywood theme.
Okay, I like how you specifically said Hollywood D.
Yeah, that's definitely number 1. So I got Dean, Kidman, Mr. Perfect, NWO, Rock Hollywood theme.
Okay, it's good. Some good themes. Good themes. All right, my top 5 entrance themes. Number 5, Razor Ramon. His theme.
That's a good one.
As soon as you hear that car screeching, and then you go into the
That's a
drum
good
beat.
one. That's a good
Oh
one.
my! It's the mind you. I didn't grow up watching Razor Ramon as much. I got started watching stuff later down the road. Even though you Scott Hall as well, but the theme for Razor Ramon is so like you just want to walk down the street, just have your arm just like walking down the street, just
Up.
yep.
Yup.
At number 4, I'm gonna go NWO, but Wolfpack.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
Once NWO split from the white and black and the red and black, we was wondering what was they gonna have a theme. They
Hmm.
came out with the Wolfpack theme, and that theme is still a bop to this day.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
At number 3, I'm gonna give it to Crow Sting. Here's the reason
Uh,
why.
yeah.
The monologue before the drum beat started, when you hear
Hmm.
when a man, all this stuff, that stuff, like everything, and then he said the battle against evil and good, the Rivera of justice. This is Sting. That cold open, and then you hear the thunderstorms and him walking out, the pop, great.
They made that man sound like Batman.
Basically,
Yeah.
number 2, I'm gonna go with Stone Cold.
Which one?
Anytime you the Glass Shatter, the original one.
Okay. I thought
Any
you was gonna go Disturbed.
No, I'm gonna go with the Glass Shatter one, the original from '98.
Okay.
Anytime you hear that glass break, I don't care what it is, where you at, you're gonna lose your damn mind,
Yep.
whether you're a fan or not.
Yep.
It's like till this day, I was like for WrestleMania 40, I was hoping to hear that Glass Shatter, but we still got a great reaction for WrestleMania 40 either way. But still, it would have been
Hmm.
cool to hear that Glass Shatter that night. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yep.
And at number 1, my favorite theme of all time, it has to be. That one. Do I say this? Favorite theme of all time is surprisingly the Batista "Walk Alone." Cause anytime when you hear the way it comes on, matter of fact, it's a tie up. I have actually two:
Hmm.
Batista's theme and Jeff Hardy's theme. No words, no more words. The one he had basically when he won the championship. That one.
Hmm. Yep.
That's a tie between them two. Anytime you heard those themes, you lose your mind. I remember being at SmackDown one night, and Batista was one of the mainstays of the show. He came out, the pop he got in the pyro. Oh my god! And then Jeff Hardy's theme. It was. I think I want to go back. It was the night. It was Night of the Champions, 2000 and I want to say
9.
nine, possibly, in
Mm-hmm.
Philly. It was CM Punk defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Jeff Hardy. Jeff
Yep.
Hardy wins. That song is playing so loud, like the arena was shaking.
Mm-hmm.
No more words. What it's called. No more words.
Yep.
That's my top five. I have. Damn it! I gotta rewind it. I had Razor Ramon at five. At
Mm-hmm.
number four, I had NWO theme.
Yep.
At number three, I had Sting.
Mm-hmm.
At number two, I had Stone Cold. And now at number one, like I said, I have a 1A, 1B, Batista and Jeff Hardy themes. Those are our top fives for this week's wrestling themes. Next week, we will have Temoni's. Hopefully, he's on the show next week, bearing anything happens. And that is our Kings list for this week. All right, guys. So we're at the end of our show. So, like I said, a lot of like if anything happens during the week of like any new matches be announced for Crown Jewel, we will post our predictions in the Discord just to give you a heads up.
Yep.
So we're gonna close the show out. As you can follow me also on at fat double underscore hawk 54 on TikTok and Instagram as well. You can follow Nova
At Nova underscore chapter 32 and on TikTok at Nova Jones 93.
also. I want to give a shout out to my guy Duke. He just dropped his first children's book on Amazon. I will post the picture of the book on the Discord. Or matter of fact, I'll post it in the description box the link if you want to go buy the book because
Yep.
it's a good children's book. If you have a kid want to read a book, hey, give him a book. Reading is always fundamental for kids and everything. So hey, keep doing it up.
Read a book, read a book, read a
Read a
motherfucking
motherfucking book.
Yep.
But yeah, please like this podcast. Please share this podcast and subscribe. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Hopefully, be all three of us, bearing anything happens. So
Mm-hmm.
until then, see you next week. Have a good night, guys. Stay safe out there.